will be a note from Maquis intelligence, which is really just just a streetwise folk.
We're working on it.
They just want to make themselves sound better. And there will be a pending communication for the Mando. I just need my computer to bring up my notes. Because I prefer to be consistent. If I say something is John, I want it to be John later.
Yes, his name was John. But I thought you said his name was Jacob. Oh yes, his name is John Jacob. Surname Jingleheimer.
Okay. Oh my god, don't do that to me. Bring my text back. It's being a dick. Okay. The message from intelligence will which was will note that I guess you call it the officers club at this point, considering I know a number of other places have been shut down. At the officers club, a somewhat intoxicated Kane mentioned the ruined ruined city of Corona, specifically the Ukio Vault. Something about something along the lines of it would be something useful for the city, in this case referring to the current overlord of the city, to actually get. Unfortunately, Maquis intelligence doesn't have any of the older maps on hand to know the exact location of Chrono or the Ukeo Vault. Rory, you would actually be you would actually know of that particular vault, while Kane Kane clearly, according to intelligence, is thinking it's just, credits and resources to allow things to move around. You are aware on your father's side, so to speak, that the vault was being used by what initial resistance groups were around when the occupation started. Clearly, clearly, the resources being used weren't enough because you're here now. But it was essentially a reserve area. As for the exact location of Kurono, you unless you actually have some old maps on you that I am unaware of, not quite sure where it is beyond. It's not on the mainland, so it's probably somewhere on y'all's island.
Okay. This is during the time skip?
This is during the tail end of the time skip. There's also the pending call for the manga.
Okay. In response to that, I figure we should probably deploy the Pathfinders to see if they can, get some more location intel on that.
I guess to me she's going to be busy.
I mean, more Pathfinders than you exist.
I know. But it also means to me she's going to be busy with the Pathfinders.
Well, I mean, at this point we have 2 squads of them. They can deploy without you if you have other things you need to do. Though having you there dramatically improves their odds of finding something.
Because if you're like 22 dice and find shit.
Hold on now. It's only 9D plus 2. And then I normally spend character points. when I really want to find something.
No, say up to you whether you want to go with them or not.
I mean, how critical is it?
Can't answer that until we know what's in there.
Yeah, no. As
We'll let the Pathfinders do it on their own for a bit. If they struggle, then I'll start.
Allegedly, it would hold old resistance resources.
Mm-hmm. Which sounds pretty important, but does not necessarily sound named character important.
Like I said, we'll let them try to find it on their own, and if they struggle for a little too long,
it sounds
then
like Rory can help them narrow down the search area a little bit.
I don't have any maps from that time, Dad.
No, but you can tell us what part of the island to start looking on.
Does Rory remember even that?
You can make me a...
It wasn't too long ago, because he was... It was only like 6 years ago,
You can
give or take.
make a knowledge roll if you have scholar history. I'll let you use that.
If I have
Scholar
what?
history, if you have that.
I do.
You actually have scholar
I
history.
do, because Zenti...
Oh damn. Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, I took Scholar Zenti Clan, Zenti History, Zenti Geology.
Oh snap. Okay, go right ahead.
History you said, right?
Yep.
Well, hot damn. Okay. Okay. That'll be 16.
That was what?
16.
Okay, I thought I heard 60, and I'm like, damn.
No, it should be popping up in roll 20.
Well, I'm
see
still
it.
refreshing it, so.
It is in roll 20. I could see it.
Yes. Well, I mean, I believe him. I believe him. I just misheard him for a second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You recall that it is a city located on one of the denser jungles on the island, which there are some areas that are notably denser than others, which would narrow down the search from the entirety of the island to a handful of spots.
Okay. So we will deploy them over there, warn them of the random critters we encountered last time we were in the dense jungle, especially the plants.
Oh lord, plants.
And if they find the vault, don't fuck with it. Just let us know where it is so we can, come in with a team of specialists to look at it.
Okay.
And so you're there to find, set up a defense if you need to. And we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Okay. Then there's that pending call.
Let's answer the phone.
Okay. Someone who I don't think has been on screen in a bit appears. It's Khan.
What?
Who dat?
Khan's making an actual appearance again?
Well, he's making a call. Khan!
It still counts.
Wait, Khan or Kane?
Khan.
Khan.
Okay,
Kane,
so the smuggler. Okay, he's
Kane was the initial lead for the ruined city.
Yeah. It took a moment. I was like, wait a minute, which one?
I now need them both in the same room.
one
so
that
it'd be
gave you the
Kane,
book.
Kane. Cotton Cade. Okay. Is this thing working?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, good.
Mike's live.
I know it's been a while, but I think this is going to be worth it. I was talking to some people on Helios, and assuming you're okay to meet them, the group is willing to part with some nice ordnance and possibly some fighters. I wasn't entirely clear on that. But the group I was talking to was the Pilos Inferno.
Did they say what they wanted for this donation? There were a couple of things that they were looking for. One, a doctor that could be on loan. Okay, I'm pretty sure we can arrange that. Sky's got a few promising students at this point.
How they phrase it? Either parts or some repair slips.
We can accommodate either.
Okay. The third thing they were excuse me. The third thing they were asking about is something that I'm not sure how your personnel is looking, but some slicers that can deal with deleting sensor logs and things of that nature.
I'm gonna have to look into that one.
Okay. But I know I mentioned fighters. What they listed to me was somewhere around 900 or 1,000 medical kits.
This is what they have?
This is what they're willing to
Okay.
to part with. Apparently, these people are somehow raiding some first order resources. Though with the kind of station Helios is, they may just be taking first order cargo crates before they get shipped off to other places. Around 100 old E11 rifles. What they claim are several crates of Stalker concussion missiles. And some form of broken large-scale shielding that they have no use for. I didn't actually see the device itself to know if it's even repairable, but it's something they have on the table. The fighters, they were less clear about. I'm under the impression that that's an optional if they can get their hands on it, kind of thing.
All right. Well, arrange a meeting, and we can happily discuss a swap.
Okay.
And it sounds like you've been talking to them already.
I have, though. They're they're interested in talking to people who matter more than me.
And I am happy to meet with them. I just, since you're there, you can find out a time and place that is convenient and, neutral ground that, everyone is willing to agree to. And I will happily, me and my team will happily meet with them to discuss the finer details.
Okay. I'll look into what times are available.
Thank you very much.
Essentially, the times he's going to be able to get are is dependent on if you guys actually want to choose this route.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So, presuming the search team is going to take a little while to find the city/vault, since they have multiple things, it sounds like our options for today are meeting with a new supplier or deep well.
As this is the actually no, go on.
Unless am I misinterpreting something?
No, you're not misinterpreting anything. I'm not going to overly complicate things. Go on.
Okay. Yeah, we have a preference.
Eric or Dimitri, any ideas?
Well, the longer we wait, the information that we have of Depot gets older by the second. Which a place like that, which usually stays on some degree of alert, will eventually change the way they do things, make it harder to attack them. Assuming that they have any degree of intelligence. And then at the same time, we don't want to snub someone who is trying to give us things to proceed to fight them. Fight the same people that they're currently fighting. So the real question is, how badly do we need the supplies?
I don't think we need the supplies for Deepwell, specifically. We might need it to hold Deepwell after taking it, but just the initial taking of, I think we can get by without it.
So it might be beneficial to, in that case, secure the supplies so that they can be delivered as soon as we have taken it then. That way there is as little as downtime as possible. So maybe it might be more beneficial to do the meeting itself and then immediately, so that what we have learned of Deepwell isn't wasted. Go to Deepwell afterwards, with no real time in between.
Okay, so you're thinking do the meet and greet first?
I'm thinking so, just because logistics takes time.
Hmm.
But at the same time, some of those new toys that I showed you in the Hollow Vids might be used against us, and
Yeah.
I don't think that's something we want.
That's like, I'm personally leaning towards hitting deep, because we can hit deep well now and set up the meeting to take place after, because if we can pull the plan off correctly, they have no reason to think Deepwell will still be there. Though this is going to be dependent on how effective the tech department is at faking some things.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, they didn't really offer anything that would add to that bolster.
Aside from fancy ordnance.
That's it. Is that we need some pyrotechnics to create a big enough flash to make it look like we melted down a reactor. And we need to, daisy chain enough of those geophones that they create enough of a vibration to make people believe the flash is actually an explosion.
I mean,
This is in theory not hard, but it is time consuming.
couldn't we just detonate some hyperspace fuel? A very small amount of it?
Yeah.
Let's not. One, that stuff is hard to come by,
No.
and two, that will do actual damage.
Yeah, that's highly volatile. It does, yeah, as Crow said, it does actual damage. Though, how about this, Crow, suggestion, to kind of do a in-between? You and Dimitri can go to the meeting, hash things out with them, and me and the techies and whoever else can start jerry-rigging and coming up with ideas of how to make a base disappear, essentially. We're gonna have to make some ordnance anyway, so might as well.
I think we already have the idea, but if you come up with something else, as an alternative, by all means.
Well, it's just more if we need to make all that ordnance.
So, I guess we can do the meeting. Hopefully it doesn't turn into some kind of big debacle. Because if it does, then, you won't be there.
Was Gin allowed in this meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll speak up. Wouldn't you need if you are going to have this meeting, wouldn't you need a tech with you to look at
what they're trying to sell us, yeah.
Well, I was thinking about that damaged device your friend mentioned.
That too.
Yeah. So if that's the case, well, because either way.
You do have a team of techs now that can at least start on what we need to do without you being there.
That is true.
They can at least start making the sheer amount of explosives.
Even if they're not making the bombs, if they're just rigging the geophones, that's something they can do.
Yeah, that's gonna be, and that's probably gonna take a good amount of time to do. To at least come up to brainstorm ideas if there's anything else we can do, because making a base disappear but not is going to be very tricky, especially with sensors.
Well, I don't think we have to worry too much about sensors given its location. It is far enough isolated, and it's a black site, so they're not going to have set it up to appear on scanners.
True. Actually, a clarification, if I may. Who are we going to try to fool with this?
We are trying to convince the First Order on the island that the base is no longer there, so that we can take it, and specifically the shield generator they have there that can cover the island. So given its location, in theory, if we can we can create a comms blackout, which if we take the base, that's easy. At which point we just need to create the special effects to make the city of Kanata make Cole, because I think that's the closest city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just have to be able to convince Taldarin, looking out his office window in Cole, that the base in the mountain exploded. So we need a bright enough flash to simulate an explosion, because in theory you're not going to hear the explosion from the kind of range we're talking about, because we're talking like several hundred, kilometers.
Look at that.
True.
I think it's actually a couple thousand.
Well, it's just.
So we need a horizon flash, and given that we're in theory faking a fusion explosion, enough of a vibration in the ground that it could plausibly have traveled down from the mountains from a massive explosion.
Yeah.
And a dust cloud.
Well,
Yeah,
given the
and
distance, I don't think we have to worry
another
about the dust cloud. I don't think the dust cloud would clear the mountain range and make it all the way back to the city.
It's at the top of the mountains, though.
No, it's in the mountains. It's physically fixed into the mountain range.
Yeah, it's
so
like
the mountains themselves would
I-
act as a windbreak in theory.
If
Yeah.
not just
Uh,
collapse.
That's like, if not just collapse. Yeah, it's like, I don't. The only thing we need to worry about is a horizon flash and a vibration. It doesn't even have to be that powerful a vibration, just one that someone could believe, oh, this came from X number, kilometers away.
yeah.
We're not trying to fake
I'm
ground
also
zero.
concerned how.
If we were trying to fake ground
Yeah,
zero, it's
I'm
a lot
also a
harder.
little concerned though with anyone who survives from like people getting word out from them that it's still active.
Well, that's
so.
the thing. Any survivors we cannot allow to leave the facility. Thankfully, this facility is equipped with detention capacity.
So we're going to have Sky convince them to work with us, or conveniently forget everything.
Or we just hold them in detention cells
Indefinitely?
if we have to. We've got enough people now that we could put a skeleton crew on the base to make sure nobody pulls anything. They've got in theory, from your scouting, we know they have plenty of security procedures for the base itself to keep them contained. I mean, I'm not looking to take prisoners, but if they become non-combatants, then we're obligated to not gun them down.
Yeah. But I think that's something we'll have to hash out halfway, or two on the way to coming up with this, because either way, even if we attack Deepwell right now, we would still have to create everything and do that.
So let's get
Might as well do the meeting in the
the
meantime.
guys get tech crew to start working on the modifications and everything. I'm gonna have to go through our pool of personnel to see if we have any. They were asking for slicers.
Tristan, I don't think we have any of those, really.
We don't have any named ones, but we have recruited enough people
Well,
that there could be somebody in the skill pool who has been not named,
well, you do have one.
other than me.
Resident Reset, a slicing asset.
Yes, that's what I was like.
Other than the main character and its companions.
Yeah, I need to start working on that as well. See if I can come up with some kind of device to help.
I doubt we have them in the hunters, but between the Sotal and the villagers, we might have somebody. Or failing that, between the people we pulled out of detention.
Oh man, all the prisoners. Yeah, we did basically capture an entire army. Well, freed an entire army. As they were being detained and put in prison.
Oh, you're talking about the Oas village?
Yeah. The village we rescued at the up in the hill.
Yeah.
The one that joined us with 100%, 110% of their people.
Yeah, that's right, 110% of the people. Okay. Okay. So in terms of looking for slicers that aren't,
I mean, are they looking for like a one-time thing, or are they looking for like long-term, duration deployment?
They're gonna. The impression was out of a low.
So they want them for a little while.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I need to find somebody else, if possible.
Let's see.
I mean, if this turns into an operation where we got to hang around for a while, fine. But as it has currently been billed, it sounds like we can just send some NPCs to fill these slots for them, if we can find anyone who fills that task slot.
I really don't think we have any. That's the thing.
Oh.
Well, again, we've recruited so many no names at this point.
Yeah.
There is a chance because David hasn't given them all stat blocks.
No, because
Oh,
well,
that makes sense though.
Unless I need to, I'm not going to stat block over 1,000 people.
I would say we're pushing 1,000 people at this point. Which is why I can go, okay, we got this many people. Are there, is there a percentile chance?
I mean, at this point,
Oh,
the
shit.
simplified thing is you can just hand wave yes.
Okay. There's in terms of people of note, a promising hobbyist.
Hobbyist, he says.
Hey, nothing wrong with hobbyists.
Hey, in Pokemon, hobbyists can be terrifying.
Oh yeah, probably one of the better classes in that game.
That's why I said hobbyist, he says.
A entry-level technical specialist.
Okay.
And two people with records.
Okay, that is a 4-man team. I will take it.
The two people with records are they're black hats, and they don't use kitty scripts.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm gonna want them back to train more tech people, but for now, that is a starter team. I will take it.
To give you a dice pool, you are looking at the hobbyist who they have like 3 dice, the professional who has 6 dice, and the 2 black hats who have 8 dice.
Okay. So.
Jeez, 8 dice.
Yeah.
They will be training
I'm gonna
people.
bring. They said they just wanted 1. I will bring the 2 8D guys. Show a little good faith by overdoing it a little bit and let them, so they can do things faster and help each other out. The 6D guy is going to be starting an IT course to bring the 3D guy
the 3D
up
guys
and
want to be...
maybe some other guys up, so we can start building an IT pool. Because having a cyber warfare department may not be a bad idea.
When is it ever a bad idea to have Humid and Signet and all those lovely things that probably has every alphabet letter organization listening to our conversation?
Well, considering Star Wars doesn't really have an IT department, yes, in this universe it does seem to be a bad thing, because remember, until recently, we were navigating our faster than light travel with punch cards.
Yeah.
All our robots run on
aware.
binary.
That doesn't. That's normal.
I thought things were like in hex and shit now, not.
Well, I mean, binaries.
No.
They're in more
basic.
advanced languages than basic 01.
No. It really isn't.
Now, it was implied in Star Wars that they have gone to something beyond binary with how 3PO commented on the Vaporators.
But yeah, point is, hacking and stuff, short of walking into the building and trying to break, passwords does not seem to be a thing.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one. That is very true in Star Wars.
We don't have cyber warfare where we're trying to steal people's, bank accounts and shit at long range. Alright, so I will bring our 2 8Ds. They wanted access to repair slips, or I believe which between
or resources to do
as I say,
it.
between us, the so tall, and if we take deep well, we will have plenty of slips to offer. And the third one was a medic,
Yeah, a doctor.
which I will grab one of Sky's, students for that, because I know she said she'd been training people up for that.
Okay, I honestly don't recall, but I'll take
Yeah.
your word for it.
I was like, yeah, she's been trying to build a medical staff.
So she's not doing everything.
So she had more time for her shit, I believe was the phrasing.
Yeah, that was her phrasing, because she wanted to go and be the psychologist and the general health doctor for the entire team, and do more of that than take care of random people. And her pet store. Which kind of curious, but it depends.
Yeah, I'll grab a doctor.
And
I'll grab
experimentation.
a doctor trainee and a nurse trainee. And
Okay.
Oh yeah, she likes running her little experiments. It's concerning.
And
Okay.
guess we will kite all over.
Okay. Whom is going with you? In terms of party members?
It sounded like we were bringing all the present party members.
Okay.
Yep. Rory needs to take a look at that shit. Because luckily I am demolitions and technician.
Oh, nice.
So, haha.
Getting will up to stay on the grounds that space is cold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go. Well, guess what? I have to get used to space anyways.
Oh, we're meeting in space?
Yeah. It's the contact point is Helios Station.
Yeah, we're going to the Shadow Port or whatever in the area.
Not really a shadow point.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I don't know if Rory's ever been to Helios Station.
Probably
Is it a
not.
commercial port then?
It was.
It'd be really weird to see in the first order.
It was the Syndicate's trading port, but then the First Order came in. So Khan has been in touch with a non-sympathetic contingent on the station.
Okay, let me rephrase. Is it a place I should be concerned about bringing the Kaital? Given that it is a somewhat distinct ship design. I know it slipped into Canada, all right, but
Well, you're also using false transponder codes.
yeah,
I mean, it's not a black site, as long as you don't have
it's a
anyone.
place where the ship probably will go unrecognized. That's what I.
As long as there's no one from intelligence that would be
Okay.
able to recognize it.
Okay, that's what I need. So yeah, we can Kaital over. I don't need to bring one of the lesser ships.
Those lesser ships.
In space.
In space.
This is only what, our second space excursion?
No,
Or
Yep.
third. This is our third.
Oh yeah, that's right, third.
There's the one where we stole the Kaital. There was the one where we took out the shipyard, and now this.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like we remember that this is a Star Wars campaign.
Stars.
Hey, now I can at least fly to. I can fly to Kaital, not in combat. And someone else would probably have to take over.
Okay.
Speaking of which, it's a perfect ample opportunity to let Dimitri fly. It Crow's okay with letting the novice who doesn't know how to fly.
You want him to fly?
Crow will be riding the co-pilot seat and treating it like those the second steering wheel in the driver in the student car. Ready to take over in the event of a fuck up or an emergency.
Did you fuck up? No. Paint scratching off. No.
Well, I figure Dimitri probably has enough dice at this point that he could safely fly us up to the docking, but if we get jumped by TIE fighters, we don't want to have to worry about all the time of changing seats. So,
Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah, Yeah, 4 dice, and then whatever the bonus is.
So I figured it'd just be easier to flip one switch and change the co-pilot to the pilot.
Yep, and that's actually canon. Like even in new canon, that's a thing.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
been a thing.
yep, happens in the Throne trilogy.
Guess we
Okay.
actually pull out the dice now.
Excuse me. As these guys are actually going to space, some things that you will notice. There
Everywhere.
there is a prefab orbital station aside from the mining one. So now there's 2 orbitals. As for its purpose, you would have to sit a while and listen to find out. And
Too bad our probe droid's on another mission.
There is currently a light escort cruiser in orbit, just as a matter of, planetary defense.
Light cruiser,
Is that the
probably an
Raiders?
Arcton or something.
No.
No, the actual light cruiser. I think it only has like 2 guns on it. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Arcotins
Yeah.
class.
Yes, the
Yeah, the thing
Arcton.
from Rebels that again has like 2 turrets on it, and that's the entire armament.
Well, it's
No,
still
it has 4, 2 on each side. If you look at the top of the ship and the bottom of the ship.
According to the stat block, which you would be able to note, is 4 quad lasers, 4 dual turbo cannons, and hard point mounted concussion missile launchers.
Yep, they do. That's one of the units in Empire at War, so I'm actually quite familiar with it. Or rather, it's in one of the mods for it. So I'm like, yeah, Arcotone. It's pretty nice.
Turbo lasers are the big cannons, and then there's not too far away from the big cannons, the smaller anti-starfighter ones.
It's no turn cruiser, but it's a little better than the turn cruiser, I think.
That being said, how are you wanting to avoid the cruiser? Or are you wanting to bluff your way out of orbit?
If we have a rough idea where the cruiser is going to be, I can angle us so we are not on the visual, and then we can rely on the Kaital's cloaking device
Okay.
to slip past it.
And if need be, Rory will start making a cover story.
Okay.
Well, I would like to
Con
think
is my
DC
thing.
plus 30 will be enough to slip past them without.
Fair enough.
I mean, you want to start, getting your acting acting skills ready, do your warm ups or whatever, fine. But I think we're okay.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do do la fa sol mi re da. There. Look at distraction. I mean, probably gonna have to get ready to do that on the station anyway. So.
In theory, we should be able to act as regular citizens.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I'm being ready. I'm ready for if things go bad, because I've never been on the station. I've only heard stories.
Oh, it has a military grade hyperdrive. That's nice. No.
Well, yeah, it's an Arcotron. It's like a military grade.
Well, yeah, but
Everything
I've
is
seen military grade ships that don't have Class 1 drives.
Ah, fair enough.
I think it's like class 1.5 to 0.5 is military. Anything less than that is experimental.
But yeah, from what I recall, the Aquitaine is essentially it's a good, or at least an Empire. It was a good small cruiser and freighter killer. So
Yeah, it was a police ship for like anti-smuggling.
Yeah.
mhm. It wasn't that good against fighters, but yeah. That's what TIE fighters are for.
Okay.
You're not wrong. You can't beat the fighters, just carry fighters with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in which case, just to make sure that nothing odd happens, I will need a transports piloting roll from the current pilot of the Canton.
Cool.
The ship gives you a 2D bonus.
Alrighty.
Don't hit any cows.
Boop 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 ba doo.
Oh boy.
Need to move this over here. If it will let me actually move it, there we go.
And actually, I need to get going.
Okay.
So I shall catch you all in a bit.
Alrighty.
Ping me if you need me.
Transport. Boom.
A 24. Okay, nice.
What was a flat tire?
You are able to leave orbit, managing everything correctly as to not accidentally, flare the engines or anything like that that would possibly disrupt any current stealth features you have going on. How long are you going to keep the cloak on?
Just long enough to get us into like normal traffic.
For what? For leaving Zenti?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someplace where if we show up on sensors, it's not weird to see us.
Gotcha.
So just that's nowhere near a working starport. Huh.
Yeah, someplace where if we're spotted, they don't need to hail us because, that's just part of the normal traffic pattern. We can ignore them.
Okay.
Got another 6.5 minutes, and then I have to take the film off my lasagnas.
Yum yum.
I did cook it for 5 more minutes.
Okay, we're organizing this so I am less crazy. There we go.
Oh, yes. Due to artwork limitations, we are going with the Locust for the RTs.
Locust, okay.
Yes.
Specifically, I think it's the Japanese concept art for the Locust.
Don't know that one actually.
Give me a second, I can post it for you. It is the most plausible for just encasing the seat.
Okay. Okay, flying through space.
In time.
You'll find flying in straight lines rather rather simple, but I mean that's how it is.
I can't complain about this one. I don't like the way that the arms are like the shoulder gun arms, but it's not bad.
Well, I figure like most of these things, the arms are possibly swappable.
Yeah, that's kind of. I liked it when he made it more like shields in the final version, but that's not bad.
Well, that seems to depend on the configuration of Locust.
Also true, because if you have the missile ones or the cannon ones, yes, there was a cannon Lucas. It didn't have armor. Ever.
Just so you guys are aware, the plus minus next to the stellar fragments are representing the z-axis
Okay.
in space units.
Cool.
So down 115 and
Yeah,
up 325 from the orbital plane.
Those dimensions are a thing. It's like these planets are actually spherical and not two-dimensional.
What are you talking about? The world's flat.
Okay. That being said, when you fly out to the fifth orbital band here, who is manning sensors? Or is our pilot multitasking that?
I can watch sensors, I suppose.
Okay. Okay.
At least be a co-pilot.
I'm co-piloting, so watching sensors is part of my job.
Can I get a sensor roll, please?
That awkward moment where you're going through your loot bin, and you realize that the walker you just posted an image of doesn't have a stat block that you can access. The giant walker is there, but the baby walker is not. Okay.
I got 2 minutes and 50.
Given that we
so
are in a
I'm gonna have to
normal
get in the
traffic
kitchen.
lane, I'm guessing using scan would not be offensive.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
It wouldn't draw extra attention to ourselves. Okay, so 20.
You gotta be able to see what's around you, so having actives.
No, 1D5. Okay, so 4D, 5D. I have 60. Reset would have 70, so yeah. 61 doesn't have it.
You know what you could use as an excuse to someone asks? I have a new pilot I'm training a new pilot. I want to make sure there isn't anything he can hit, so I'm just being extra aware. You can use me as an excuse. If it ever comes up.
We good. I see all the stuff.
No random asteroid chunk that's barely visible in passives.
I'm not good at seeing all the stuff as Ro is, but... Or no, I'm sorry, Ro interprets all the stuff. I see all the stuff.
There we go. And I find all the stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about this Roxas person.
Why would I talk about him? I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Okay.
We have to make a character named Roxas and make him one of the NPCs now.
You'll notice, and you'll notice this as well, Dimitri, that traffic is being diverted. You, Crow, will be able to tell what you at least believe is the most likely reason.
The ship of the Khan has wild appeared.
Okay, so I have access to its picture, but it doesn't have a stat block.
For some reason that didn't copy over.
Okay, well that can wait till later.
Yeah. That is a bit too large. You're detecting a debris field.
Somebody exploded. God, I hope that wasn't our contact. But it probably was.
It's our contact. Or it's the contact killing First Order people.
From the looks of it, there are various fighter and transport size debris.
Yep. Can I identify, like, from, like, the debris, could I get an educated guess of, like, what type of fighters? Like, are we looking at, like, First Order TIEs? Are we looking at, like, Z-90, or is this more likely, freelancer vehicles?
TIEs, many TIE type fighters, some T-wings, and a few fighters of unknown make.
Okay.
Along with three transports. One looks like it may have been a YZ-419.
Okay, so more likely somebody ambushed a shipment. Okay.
Okay. With traffic being redirected, you are seeing that the Imperial Corvette Dragon Knife is interrogating vessels via scans as they come in. The Dragon Knife is this kind of craft.
Ah, the Raider.
No. Can we steal one of those next?
Apparently we could have stolen one before. It has a crew requirement of like 2.
Skeleton crew is crazy.
Can we steal it now?
I think if we're going to steal it now, it'd have to be on the way out because we got way too many eyes on us right now. And we haven't even done...
It's considered a space transport,
No, that'd be
isn't
a
it?
capital ship.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a Corvette.
Well, can't fly that.
So it's going to be awkward when they try to interrogate us and run into the 2D sensor masking.
Well, you haven't made... You're essentially in line at this point.
Oh.
Are you wanting to run the risk of your sensor masking being flagged, or do something else?
I suppose we'd have to try and slip past them and just, land. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take over the helm for a minute.
Go ahead.
If you would happily assist, however.
Will do.
Reset, watch the sensors. I'm going to use the cloaking device again to try and slip past them.
Okay. Keep in mind you are in traffic, so you'd essentially be vanishing in front of someone else.
Okay, so I understand that. So it's like, as we're pulling in, we're going to see the line, and just kind of do that thing you see people do when when lines start forming like this, where they're like, okay, we'll come back in a little bit, peel off from the out of line a little bit.
Okay.
So we're less likely to be spotted vanishing. Once we're a little way off the line, I'll engage the cloak and come back in. And with the intention of decloaking after we're past the checkpoint. I'm guessing this is going to be a piloting check.
It will be a piloting check.
A piloting check for the ages.
No, I totally misread that active sensors.
Hmm. What seems to be the issue, officer?
I'm not liking this.
Actually, I'd be using that, actually.
I rolled twice today. Both of them have had a 6 on the power die to start.
And you're not liking this.
Yes, because it's coming up on stupid, innocuous shit like this, which means when it actually counts, it's going to be all ones.
You know, when we probably get into a fight on the station, have to fight our way off the station.
Or trying to bluff our way past, a fight or or an important checkpoint or something. Yeah.
Oh, that is higher than I thought. That's cool.
Because at this point, is the First Order known to the New Republic, or
The
can't
First
recall
Order
that
is
part.
known to, as it has been stated in the novels and stuff at least, the First Order has been known to the New Republic almost since its founding. They just didn't give a crap because it was over there.
So right now, if we can't say we're not from, if we're from a different area going into this place,
Well, I believe it has been billed that
They
the
won't raise
system
any
is
flags.
effectively under lockdown. It's like,
has it?
or something to that effect.
I know it's under control,
I
but
was under the impression we had a lot of non-First Order based outside commerce.
The Danforth system is under First Order occupation, being called for resources and manpower. However, as has been hinted, there is clearly some more importance to the system than just that.
Yeah, so so I'm under the impression we don't see a lot of non-First Order related trade coming through here, outside of the smuggling community.
Not really. Now there may be a bit more of that, considering you're going to the space-based trading station,
Which is on the edge of the system where they could, where people wouldn't see what they're doing in system.
yeah, I mean they'll see that blown up planet over there, but stuff happens.
Yeah, the First Order can't blow up planets.
it's like what happened over there. The planet was doomed. We evacuated
Or
everyone.
asteroid strike, whatever.
Yeah, it was a big old thing. It's fine. Okay. Fortunately, the Dragon's Knife is primarily focused on the ships more so in front of it than the ones further down the line.
Yeah, I figured they probably had their sensors arced from what you were talking, so I figured we could slide past the arc
Yeah.
and then decloak.
Okay.
Therefore, we can get in queue for the spaceports landing, stuff, and not fuck with traffic.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, let me
I think we can deal with the control tower and ignore the cops.
Are you moving at cruising speed or faster during your cloak transit?
Given the time limit on the cloaking device before it starts risking exploding, how fast do I need to move to get past the, cone? It in theory has 5 turns, so 30 seconds before it risks cracking.
You would need times.
Well, given that each one is 4
Times
squares,
3.
what's the speed?
Okay, then we will cruise at time. We will go for times 3 then.
Okay. I'll need a paladin roll for that. It won't be too terribly difficult.
In addition to the one I just made.
Oh, I thought that was you peeling off and being.
Yeah, that's why I was confirming.
Yeah.
You need an additional.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not initial
here we go.
requirements. Don't forget, I am assisting you
Yeah,
at
I'm
least.
including that.
Oh, when you said that, I thought it would be.
Oh, it was the first one on the power die. It has
Okay.
begun.
Okay. You are able to get through. Let me see what What time frame Crystal is in? Okay. You'll be able to slip past its what you do in here scans. It's contraband checks. Funnily enough, you guys are contraband because rebels are illegal. You can't be shipping those. Okay, and you'll approach the trading station.
That is a very depressing looking trade station, but okay. I appreciate it nonetheless, because it reminds me of the old days.
Why are things not linked correctly? I have them linked for a reason, so I can quickly reference them. There we go. Okay. I hate it when it gets so confusing. For those who are aware, this station is Titan Station is traditionally armed, and from what you're able to pick up on scans, still is. You're picking up 4 anti-starfighter turbo laser cannons. And a weapons bay with no real signature to it, so likely a missile bay of some kind. Yeah. The station itself is not like heavily armored or anything like that. It's not a battle station by any means.
All right, we'll signal for landing clearance and have reset. Let Khan know that we're in queue to land.
Okay.
So he knows that we made it up here safely and all that.
Okay. What transponder are you using?
Let's go with the same transponder we used at Kanata, because I don't recall that one getting in trouble yet.
Okay. Do you remember where that one is?
No, because we didn't have to play it out. We just said we had it.
Okay. You're saying you did shift in line. There will be a little bit of confusion from traffic control. So whoever's on comms, they will need a persuasion roll in order not to either arouse suspicion or be held up.
Well, that had been Greg, but there is no Greg now. So.
I mean, I have 4 dice at a time.
Well, I've got the same. So. Alright, here we go.
One of us assist the other then?
I don't think you can assist in this situation. I'm going to go with the angle of had to adjust due to debris was, routed accordingly. Because, well, big fuck off debris right there.
Yeah, that's a big. That is a very big debris cloud.
Add 5 to your roll.
16 then?
Okay. Cocktail. Confirmed. You're clear for docking. Okay. Landing on the station, you'll go into one of its platform hangar bays. There'll be a number of ships.
Insert privateer clip here.
Yeah. There'll be a number of other ships docked. You'll see like a YT-1250. A beat up looking YT-2100.
Oh, look, the Razor Crest. Yeah, we don't talk to that guy. Fuck that guy.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. And you'll see something that may be a private trader. It's a Star Commuter 2000 shuttle. For those unfamiliar, looks like
all of us.
Looks like this.
Oh, the space bus. Well, not actually the space bus, but the not Star Trek shuttlecraft that the new movies introduced. Because I think everybody was flying this in Last Jedi, basically.
Get your filthy Star Trek out of my Star Wars.
I would, but then we have to get back to Kaital.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
And the new Starfighter I'm working on.
I have an option for a Kaital. Well, actually, no, I don't.
Okay.
Because I was just thinking about it. The way that Elite Dangerous does their space sizing, it would sort of work, at least in its design, but not size. So, never mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna have leftovers for a while.
Alright, everyone, be cool.
I mean, how am I gonna be cool? I'm a hyena in space.
Which reminds me, how are you guys dressed? Because I don't think you're walking around in your Mandalorian armor, are you?
See, that's a very interesting question. Clone Wars has taught me that I can, in theory, do just that, and as long as I put the hood up, nobody will give a fuck.
Usually I agree with you. The only reason why I'm not is you've made your business being I'm the Mando.
I understand that. I'm just like, if fucking Death Watch can walk around and just put a poncho on and nobody gives a fuck.
If you want to give a shot for that, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Make me a
don't notice me roll. Yeah. An anti-notice me.
I'll do it.
Roll.
I can hide him.
Yeah, it's.
I will do it. I will do the
Actually,
stealthing.
no. It would be con because con covers the skies.
Okay.
So make me a con roll from the idea of just no one looks under the hood.
Well, I can't help you with that.
You couldn't help me with the hide either.
Well, I can technically get everything set up on you. You know, like a tailor. Dress you up like a Barbie doll and whatnot.
Okay. I'm going to make the requested con roll.
Okay.
But I am making it known that he is aware of how stupid this is. Even though he's probably been taught to do it by some of the best, given who trained him and everything. So, with that in mind, he has a dim other senses loaded.
Okay.
Oh, you cheeky bastard!
Hey, if somebody starts looking this way that he doesn't want, he's got that he's holding it and ready to fire that.
Gotcha.
You truly know the way.
If, by the way, you mean having a force power prepped. Oh fuck! I forgot to roll.
Hey.
I forgot to do Epstein. How long did it take us to get here? I assume a while.
Interstellar travel, if I'm correctly, even in Star Wars, you're still dealing with STL speeds, though rather high. So, I would say
I didn't get a bonus for the poncho. I don't think.
I would say hour and a half.
Okay.
No, but I am
Yeah.
um
You are giving you're
Gi-
using a DC based on trope.
give yourself a +7 trope bonus.
Okay. Can I retcon in taking, say, you said an hour and a half to get here? Could I take the first, we spent probably first hour flying through open space to have done emptiness.
Sure.
I mean, Dimitri was flying for most of it.
It was more a matter of player forgot to, say he was doing it, so I wasn't sure if I'd be allowed to retcon it in. Okay, so I in theory have 30 minutes of emptiness loaded.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay, so you have your hood up. How about you, Dimitri? Are you just like I'm a hyena?
It's like stun cloak hides the armor, hood hides the helmet. We're good.
I mean, I'm just gonna be a hyena person wearing civvies.
Alright. When you disembark, there'll be people milling about. You see a combination of. Excuse me.
I know discretion is the better part of valor.
A combination of civilian attire and first order, like technicians because they're taking care of the parked craft. You also do notice, and this is actually no, because Dimitri, you're trained as a pathfinder. You do recognize that some of the first order people milling about do look rather green.
I'm gonna go back in the ship, and I would like to do the same hide roll. Now they know that.
That there's green people. Like
Mhm.
when I say green, I don't mean they're physically green. I mean their experience level is.
I'm aware of what you're saying.
Okay. So you wanna put on a Shire robe?
Yeah, I'm gonna put on like the whole duster with the hood and everything.
Okay. Cool.
Because thinking about it, I have to agree with Tristan on this one. I'm expecting things to go bad. Why am I putting myself at a disadvantage with a holdout pistol with no armor? Yeah, that's how I see. That's how I see Crow.
That is.
Beep 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 deep. Let's get my lovely hide set up. Do I get the same trope bonus?
Yes, you get trip bonus.
Let's see. God damn it! I didn't tell where to close. But I did it on accident. You know what? I'm sad I only rolled a 3 on my power die, but I'll be fine. I just have to beat a 19. Then not be the first target. Cause trope bonus.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, yeah, two of you have your hoods up, kind of moving through. The stormtroopers at the
Mostly get for the fact that you can't see out of a first order helmet.
at the end of the bay, they basically acting as the main entrance.
Only veterans know how to do that secret art.
You know it's bad when they say it's even harder to see out of those than the old helmets.
Oh, they
Yeah.
Damn.
They have said that.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently the actors had worse vision in the new helmets than they do the old ones.
Gotcha.
Well, they went from being the width of eyeglasses to being a narrow slit.
Only for the flametroopers. The actual normal first order stormtrooper, the eyes are actually bigger.
Oh, they're just super
Yeah.
tinted.
It's one large wide lens versus two small eye holes, but for some reason it's harder to see out of. So the eyes themselves are actually bigger on the new helmets.
I mean, if you use opaque
If I had
plastic,
to hazard a guess, but looking at the design, I think the eye holes might be badly positioned, and that might be part of why.
Okay.
Though tinting might, also is there's a good chance of that because they were. The sequel trilogy does a lot of filming in dark places, and those helmets are very tinted, so that might have been part of the problem too.
That being
tinting is an understatement for the way those things are.
that being said, can I get a perception roll as you guys walk past from both for the two of you?
Would any of the tech bonuses apply?
No, as this is more of a
Observation.
yeah, it's more of an observational thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
$19.
23.
Okay.
As you might have heard, I'm currently eating lasagna. So please don't ask me to type. Unless you need me to.
That's cool. Sorry, just yeah, lasagna.
Yeah, remember lasagna?
Sometimes I miss lasagna.
Why do you not eat lasagna, good sir?
Because at the moment we still don't have a refrigerator, so we have no way of storing lasagna.
Oh.
Yup. Okay.
That's a different story, and I will eventually ask about that.
It's pretty simple. The compressor died, and we've been having a bitch of a time getting the home insurance to cover, get their shit together. They send they keep telling us to send a technician out. They didn't send the the technician never showed up. Had to refile the claim. Technician came out, and then apparently never sent his report to the company. And
and for the past 3 days, well, 3 attempts, I've been like, they've said, yeah, they've reported it. And this last time, I was like, just to make you aware, there's been 2 prior attempts, and they've said the same thing.
So we've been having fun with that for basically all summer. That happened in like late April, early May.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we've been running it down ever since.
Damn! That's all I had to say that. Damn, son.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's okay. I have records in case.
And we're not the only ones. Mom, spent a lot of time talking to the butcher at Kroger, and apparently his mother's going through the same thing.
Cool. This is cooled off enough that I can actually do this.
But that being said,
I'm beginning the now slow, painful process of just taking the leftovers and putting them in the